Hey guys, so today I feel like a cowgirl, but you wanted me to bring you a review of this Vortex Brush Set. And I've actually been seeing this reviewed online, and I thought I would give you my review because it may be different than a couple of other people's. I actually showed this in a video a little while ago. Can't remember which video it was, but I mean, I've been using it. I blogged about it when I first got it because I was actually really impressed. You guys know I'm obsessed with fan brushes. This looks like a giant fan brush, so you know I was like freaking out about it. But I actually posted a couple blog posts about this, and people have been asking me to do a review on it. And I know that you guys have been asking me to do other reviews of brush sets as well, which I probably will do in the future. But for now, I just want to tell you kind of what I thought of this, how it works, what the brushes are for, how I think about the price point, etc., etc. So I actually first found out about Sedona lace online when I bought the eyeshadow palette thing. I really love that. And eyeshadow palettes are everywhere nowadays, but I really liked that one because it had colors that I didn't already have in what I was using, basically. They had another brush set that I got. It was alright. It was good for the price, but it wasn't my absolute favorite. So when I saw this one, I think it retails for like $70 or something. I was like, really? But there's a coupon discount called, I don't remember what it is. I'll have to give it to you guys when I remember it. But it was actually on sale. So I didn't pay, whoopsies, dropping brushes here. So I didn't pay the full set amount. And at first I was like, is this going to be worth it? Should I get it? Because these are also synthetic brushes. They do have some real brushes, but I usually prefer synthetic, especially for my face. But when I saw the foundation brush, which is like a big fan brush, like, do you see this? You guys know I'm obsessed with fan brushes for getting rid of excess, like right here under the eyes, but this is like for the face, which you guys can see it's been used. It's very, very dirty. But you can use this to dust powder lightly over your entire face, so that way you get a lighter application and you don't look cakey. So I saw this, I was like, oh my god, I have to get it. And when it first arrived, it arrived in like a little pink thing. I was actually really pleased with it. It has a brush case that is kind of unlike any others that I have personally. It comes with like a little strap, and I don't know, I think it's synthetic, I don't think it's leather. But what's nice is that they give you, you know, X amount of brushes, but there's space in the holder for extra brushes. So you guys can see I have all my brushes that came with a set in here, but there's still room for more. So if you guys have any additional ones at home, you can slip them in, which I was really, really happy about. So I guess I'll kind of go over the brushes, how I like to use them, and kind of multi-uses for them, really. I don't know how they came up with these. The names are like FB01 Sedona Lace, FB05, something like that. So I don't know what exactly that stands for, but the company was based, I think, out of the USA originally, and I think they're still in the USA, but they just started making cosmetics and stuff like that, and this is one of the newer ones they came out with, and I have personally not seen this on other websites either. So if you guys have seen them, be sure to post in the comments, but I was actually really impressed. So first and foremost, this is the fan brush, and you guys know I'm obsessed with this. This is not good for sweeping here, no, 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 no. This is good for taking a really light powder and just dusting it all over your face. When you want a translucent powder, this is amazing. When you want to powder without looking cakey, that's what I would use this for. Another good thing is that if you put a little bit too much blush on, you can just dust this over the top of it and really kind of blend it out. So because it's a fan brush and because it's like huge, naturally I'm just obsessed with it. The next brush is this FB05. This one's kind of more of like a bunted brush. It's not as big as a blush brush, and what I love this for is for highlighting. I don't know the exact use of it. This has many uses. You can use it a little bit as a contour right here. It would be really good. I like to use it as a highlighter down the bridge of my nose and a little bit here on my cheekbones. You could technically use this for powder. Don't really think it's necessary. If you guys wanted to do concealer, like no foundation, just a little bit of concealer and a little bit of powder over it, this would be perfect because it is such a precise application. But what's nice is that it's not completely fat, it's kind of rounded, and it's just an overall good brush to pick up some powders. Next one is this one, which I love. This, as you guys can see, is so dense. Very, very, very dense. This is the FB07, and this is one of the most amazing buffing brushes like ever. There are a couple other buffing brushes that I really, really like, but this one is completely flat and very, very dense. I love this because I can stipple foundation onto my skin, and this is like a micro exfoliator. You guys know that exfoliating is important for those who have acne. This puts on your makeup and exfoliates at the same time. You should exfoliate before you put on your makeup. But buffing really just gets that product in there really, really well to create a really flawless look. So I love the feel of it. It's a very dense brush. I've used this quite a few times and it's still not Still not that bad as far as fallout. That's another thing I like about these brushes. The fallout is not terrible. With other brands that I bought online, the fallout has been awful. Like, they will fall out all over my face. This I have not had that problem with. So I am really, really pleased with this guy. It's the 07. This one is actually a spin-off of a higher-end cosmetic. This is the FB03. As you guys can see, it's kind of like a dome shape. Now, I would not use this for powder. You could use it for powder. I love this for blending out a contour. When I apply contour, sometimes I do it with this. I like to blend it out with this. As you guys can see, it has kind of like a tip. So this is perfect for really, really precise either placement or blending. So if you put a natural color on here, you could blend it out. Or if you actually put a color on here, you could blend and really just get some precise placement. This is also great for the jawline if you guys wanted to contour right here. I don't usually do that, but it makes the face look amazing. You will look like a model that jumped out of a magazine. This is the perfect brush for just contouring right here along your jawline. And it's kind of neat because it's a dome shape. It's something different too. Next one, this is actually pretty neat. This is the EB13. It's kind of like a blending brush, but not. It's a little bit more dense, and the bristles feel a little bit more plasticky. Sorry, it's dirty. This is an amazing blending brush, but I even like to use it on these really small parts of my nose. Sometimes the nose is kind of hard to work with, and I really like to apply it right here. Also, it doesn't apply super, super dense. It's a very, very faded out look when you do apply with it. So I even like to apply a little bit to my highlight if I'm using a very, very intense highlight to give the highlight a lighter look. This next one is the EB11. This is actually a concealer brush, but I'll be honest, I like to use it as like a 114. It's meant for concealer. It's very, very precise and it's very dense, which is nice, but sometimes I like to dip a little bit of eyeshadow and use it as a lid color. So what's nice about this is that I can kind of multitask as well. You could use it right here. You could apply a little bit of highlight and do like a cupid's bow to highlight your lips and a little bit of contour right under here to make your lips look really full and pouty. But it's overall just kind of another one of those multi-uses brushes. But if you're going to use it on your lips, then, you know, of course, wash it before you put it back on your face. This one is your just traditional blender, EB09. What I like about it, though, is that it's not a super, super fluffy blender. You guys can see that the barrel is kind of crimped. So it's a little bit of like a flatter blender. So it's a blender, but it's a little bit more dense. So you get a really, really good, intense blend. You're not going to blend out all over your face. It's going to be a really, really centralized blend. But just to kind of fade out a little bit of color that you may have placed and you want to kind of smudge out without going all over. This next one is actually one of my favorites. This is the EB17, and I'm notorious for getting foundation up in my eyebrows. This is one of those little mascara spoolies, so technically you could put this on your lashes or whatever. I use this as my eyebrows to kind of shake out a lot of that excess foundation that gets caught up in there. This also can help me shape my brows. For instance, I'll comb them up and push them down a little bit. It's perfect. And what's great is that it also has this. It kind of looks like a 266, only it's much, much shorter. And it's much, much more dense. So as you guys can see, it's super, super dense. And this is great for applying that powder to your brows wherever they're sparse really, really evenly. Another one is this one. This is the EB21. This is a super, super small eyeshadow brush. This is another one that's really, really good for applying just here to the lid, but I actually like this in the outer corner as well. Sometimes I want to do a little bit of a darker brown in my outer corner, but I don't want it to be too intense because then it would look like nighttime. So I use this just really, really simply just to get in that one little area and then kind of blend it out with something like this, which is just like the smaller bunted, the 09. This next one is one of my favorites. It's the EB15, and again, it's like one of those blenders, only it's kind of bunted at the top, kind of like the big face brush. And I actually used this today to create this look, but this is amazing for the crease. This is what I love for the crease. Reason why is because the most color is going to be here on the tip, so it goes right into your crease, but then the areas here on the side will blend that color out into your crease a little bit more. So you have a really, really dark crease, and then it's already pre-blended out for you. So it's great that you get two color variations in one. This is alright as a blending brush. I wouldn't really use it for highlight or anything like that. Personally, not my favorite for the face, but for the crease, for what it does, it is absolutely one of my favorites. This next one I'm not a super big fan of just because I have other ones that I like, but if you don't have it, you definitely need one. Again, it's like a 266, it's the EB23. This is kind of just like an angled little brush, and this is great for applying liner. If you guys have a gel liner, this is perfect, but also even if you have eyeshadow that you want to use as a liner, maybe you want to do liner but you don't want it to be super intense, you can apply it just to the line. Also, if you want to do a highlight like I did today in the very inner corners, you can take that highlight just right here and pat it in really, really precise. I even use this as my eyebrows. I know that I have this one for my eyebrows, but every now and again I'll use this one. And you guys can get these at a lot of different places, but if you do not already have one, you need one. So this is the EB23. I don't know why it's EB and FB. I don't know what that means. Now, I've saved like the best for last. This is one of my favorites that I have nothing like it ever. This is the EB19, and as you guys can see, this is a precise gel liner brush. It's like an eyeliner brush. So with this, it's kind of hard to get over your lashes. You have to like crouch down, you're like, in the mirror. This one, look at how easy it is. It's already sculpted. So this one basically jumps over your lashes and helps you get the most precise liner ever. I love this. This is perfect for gel liner. I've never used it with a shadow. I've never used it with traditional. I've used it with traditional liner. I just took it on the tip and then put it on. This is great for creating a wing too. Because of the way the brush is slanted, I can create wings that are a little bit more even. I'm notorious for having like a wing that's like way up here and then one that's like whoosh. It's like my face looks really weird. This actually helps me get them more even. It's not good for a super dramatic wing, it's best for a small wing, but for what it has really helped me, and also because you can get right by the lashes, it's one of my favorites, and it's called the EB19. Tell me if you guys have seen this in other brands, because I've seen a lot of brushes. I haven't seen something like this. I'm sure that there is something like it though, but this has to be one of my favorites, and I wouldn't use it for anything other than liner. I suppose you could use it for lip liner, but it doesn't really make sense too. Oh, there's one more little brush, sorry. This one is really nice. This one actually usually stays in my purse. I ran up to here to get it, but this is a little lip brush, and it's just kind of your standard lip brush. This is called the LB125. I get it! LB lip brush, EB eye brush, FB face brush. Dirt-ditter, that's what these numbers mean. I'm sorry guys, whatever. You guys can mix and match though. You don't have to use them for eyes, lips, or face. You can totally mix and match them. But I use this for my lips to apply color very, very precisely. Sometimes when lipstick comes out of the tube, if it's not like a perfect angle, it will kind of get all over the place. So this helps me apply it really, really precisely and control the coverage if I want it light or if I want it super, super packed on there. And what's nice is that it comes with a little cap so you don't get your other brushes all full of lipstick and gooey stuff like that. So those are kind of the review that you guys requested of me. That's kind of what I think of this brush set. And as you guys can see, there's storage for other things here. I'm going to have to find the discount name. I don't know what it is. I think it's like Vortex 10 or something. But I know that I got money off, so that's a good thing. I'll have to find it for you guys, but you guys can also like just Google Sedona lace coupons or online makeup brush coupons and find it, or other coupons at that, just because there's always promotions and things like that. So that is my review. Let me know what other brush sets you want reviewed. Let me know if you want, more on these brushes, or if you have questions about other brushes. Be sure to leave the name of the brush that you have a question on in the bottom comments, and I'll answer, like, this brush is good for this, but you can also use it for this or something like that. So, hope that you guys found this video informative and helpful. For those who requested, I hope it answered all your questions. And if you guys have new questions or more questions, be sure to post them so I can answer them too, and let me know what video you guys want next. So, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.